If anybody joins, let me know if you can hear me, because I have a guest, and he says he can't hear me, but I could hear and see everything. Leave a comment. Let me know. Do you hear me or see me? And he said he can't hear me, but I could hear and see everything.
Oh, Scott, you're here.
Leave a comment. Let me know.
Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah.
He said he can't hear me, but I could hear and see everything. Scott, you're here. You just came on. Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Scott, this is really weird. We're both talking in double speed, and I'm getting reverb on everything I say.
Mute your. Well, turn it down. Mute your. Well, turn it down.
That's really strange. Scott, I'm just thinking, do I need to have any kind of advanced plugins for this?
No. And if you have headphones, that might work. But no one's got.
Okay, I'm not sure why the reverb on it is so strong. Okay, I'm not sure why the reverb on it is so strong. Okay, I'm not sure why the reverb on it is so strong. I'm not sure why the reverb.
Remove. Don't watch the live stream. Just be a host. Close out the live stream part because you don't need that, and that's why. Just use that link that you're on. I could now to be a host, but get rid of the live stream. Hey everybody, technical difficulties. I have a YouTuber sub. His name is H Invests. How's everybody doing? Let me see who's here. Ed A to Z Harris. Chinese. I think those are Chinese letters. I don't know what that name is. Big Samul.
Okay, Scott, you here?
Yeah. So you're good, right?
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Sweet. What I've had to do is I've had to.
Sounds good.
Sweet. What I've had to do is I've had to. Sorry, I'm having some major technical difficulties. The problem is I can only speak into the live stream, but on the link I can only hear you. I can't actually hear you on the live stream link. I can only hear you on the YouTube link. But then the problem is when I have that on, it then feeds back into there. So I'm gonna have to get some headphones. Back into there. So I'm gonna have to get some headphones.
Get rid of the live stream link.
I'm gonna have to get some headphones.
I don't know. Get rid of the live stream link. Okay, I muted you. I'll talk. Maybe reboot your computer. I'm not sure. Just use a live stream link. That should work. You should be able to. Right before you go into the software, it asks you to test your microphone and video. Let me know if you get that figured out. Hey Ben, hi to Magnesium. Hey Ben, hi to Magnesium. Hey Ben, hi to It's. I'm getting everybody in raffle. So it's a crazy time, right? Russia invading Ukraine. But the stock that's doing the best for me is ET, Energy Transfer. So if you own gold or oil, I think you're doing well. But if you own anything else, you're probably not doing so well. I'm actually working on a video. I'm working on a video on Yahoo Finance. I'm going through every single field. Did you get to work? You're not muted anymore.
Hey Scott, yeah, I think this is going to work. I'm not muted. No, I've just amazing. The only confusing thing with me is I've got to use the. Oh no, this is annoying. I can still hear all my reverb back because it's picking up in this mic.
I don't know why you need
the problem is, I'm going to try and explain this to you without confusing me too much, is that in the yeah, sorry, go on.
I don't know why you don't need the live stream open. That's the problem. But
the YouTube page of the live stream, right? So Scott, I've got StreamYard open and I've got YouTube open. The problem is on StreamYard is I can't hear anything and I can't see anything. So I've had to open YouTube, but then the problem is I've got reverb of myself back.
Just reboot your computer and just do StreamYard. That should work. Try that.
All right, I'm going to try that and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Apologies for the delay.
Yeah. So yeah, thank God something's up. ET's up. Oh, these videos take forever. If I do a video that's not my normal video, it takes forever because I have to kind of. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going through every single field. Like I picked just Intel, and I'm gonna explain what every single field means. Going through every single thing on Yahoo Finance, like all the statistics, every single field. Because you don't really need to spend any money on any other financial service. You can get it all free from pretty much anywhere. But a lot of people just don't know where to look for things. So SGH or Vici. I sent a I sent a letter to a bunch of colleges, and I'm sure they're not going to respond, but I said I want to teach a class like about the stock market or being an entrepreneur or growing a business at the school. And I kind of explained, that I worked in finance and I had my own business, and now I have a YouTube channel with 30,000 subs. And I kind of explain everything I do. Because in college, you don't really learn anything. I didn't learn much in college because nothing's real world. It's all kind of abstract, like textbook stuff. But I have actual experience that I've done things. And maybe with the YouTube channel, maybe they'll watch a video and they'll see that maybe I would be good at teaching there. But BLBX getting interesting on these levels. Any thoughts on this? I sent it to like 6 colleges. Okay. I only see 7 people. And if you win the raffle, you have to email me because I might forget. So make sure you email me. Is anybody else here? We're going to do the raffle. What about a video to look at fundamentals in a company? Well, every video, I look at fundamentals of a company. Right? Or you meant something different? Okay. It's good?
Testing, testing.
So it's still not working for him. I don't understand what's going on.
Oh dear me. Right, I'm not sure if anybody can hear me. All I can hear and see on the live stream is a black screen. I've rebooted my computer. I can't see or hear neither Scott nor myself. If this turns into a bigger issue, I really apologise. I'm not sure why this isn't picking up, and I'm unable to.
Yeah. How is your shingle? It's pretty much clear. After about 2 weeks, it was pretty much done. I'll email him. It's still a little itchy though, but other than that, we'll just. Sounds better. What if free instead of paying recommended pages? I mean, so the video is just to kind of explain to people what these things mean, and also a lot of the things you pay for, like to get the PE ratio or the price of sales. I mean, it's all in here. Some things may not, it may not be laid out nicely, like in certain websites, and it is a little harder to compare. So, but I don't see a need to pay for anything. I mean, when I started the channel, and even before I started the channel, I just used the Yahoo Finance mainly, and I also used the company's 10Qs and 10Ks. So who else is here? Erico, Chrissy. Can you do a drive into SIMO? A lot of low PEs, right? It makes you wonder what's going on. Okay, so you have to win twice. You got to get picked twice to win. And if you win, you have to email me. Okay, Savvy Money. Dominic. How do you rate Yahoo versus SA? What does that say? What it says? What does that say? Hey Ryan, stock advisors or dude? Yeah, thanks for joining. I usually do the live stream at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm doing it at noon because I think H Invest lives in Britain, maybe. I know he lives in Europe somewhere. So it's too late to do it at 6 p.m. my time. I was Seeking Alpha. I don't know. I never use those sites. I don't know. I never use them for anything. If they gave me is it working now, HFS? If they gave me a free trial, I would probably do it. But I don't know. It's all the same thing. I mean, it's all. I used Simply Wall Street until I found their valuations were wrong on some companies. So now I do my own due diligence. I mean, tell you the truth, the only reason I use Simply Wall Street and these other sites is just because people were asking for certain information. And Yahoo Finance, it doesn't really look nice, the information. It's not like, you know, easy to see. Like Simply Wall Street has good visuals, and so that's why I use them. But I wouldn't use them for. Yeah, use a free site. I mean, ideally just use a 10K, but I know it's kind of a little challenging to use that. Free. I don't know the person's name, so I just wrote Chinese letters. 9. You have to get picked twice to win. Ben, I was at the center yesterday, at Pookie Nook yesterday. I may start going there more. Just had to read people don't like reading. 3. Okay, this is gonna be hard. So the person, I think it's a girl. Because it's a picture of a girl. So the girl with the Chinese letters, you won. So you have to email me, and then I'll send you a $20 Amazon gift card. So I'll send you 140 ones, Chinese ones. I don't know if you live in China. A Tesla. Yeah, Tesla looks good, right? It's coming down. Right? Everything's coming down, I think, right? Wow, almost 800. I think this could be a good point to get in. It's just going to go up because Tesla's just a rocket ship. I mean, you missed. It's trading now only a few months ago because so if you bought Tesla exactly 1 year ago, pretty much exactly 1 year ago, you'd be flat. But if you got it anywhere before then, you'd be up a lot. I used to be anti-Tesla, but I'm not anymore. I think I was wrong on that. I still think it's overvalued though, but it's going to probably still go up. I think, yeah. I mean, people ask like, what should I invest in now that Russia is invading, or what should I do with inflation? It's just there's so many variables. It's so confusing. I think, and every time I think of a reason, you should invest more in gold, or invest more in something else. I don't know. I think you should just stick with your strategy and try to just find good companies. So you may lose a lot in the short term because there's always going to be volatility. But it's I mean, you may want to avoid stocks in Eastern Europe, especially Russia and Russian stocks. That's probably an obvious one. And probably you'd want to avoid Chinese stocks also. But that's just a general rule, and SPACs. But that has nothing to do with the environment. But I don't really know like how you can like hedge yourself against like a war or inflation. You could try, but Russia banned short selling. Yeah, there's a stock that I did a video on. Is Yandex, the Google of Russia, and they've been hit pretty hard. Look at it; they were trading at over 50 just in the beginning of the month, and then they fell to 16 at the low. So they're down like 60% in like a week. So it could be a good time to pick up Yandex. I mean, it's a good company, but it's a bit risky. These are in rubles, so I mean, they bring in a lot of revenue and cash flow. Although no, they're losing. Well, 2021 was a bad year for them. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe Vale. Yeah, your video on that came out on the bottom. Oh yeah, Vale is probably a buy. That's a good stock, especially now. I mean, if you want safety, sticking to commodities is a pretty safe bet. You're probably not going to lose much. You may time it right, especially with gold. But over time, commodities aren't gonna. You can't. A commodity can't go bankrupt, right? It's not like you invest in a company that does something really illegal and goes bankrupt. That can't happen with gold. Like gold may go down like 30% in a year, but overall, it's never going to go away. I do like commodities a lot more now than I used to because of I think copper is because of EVs, all the reliance on EVs, and it's not just EV cars. It's so much infrastructure. Because if you think about it, obviously owning an EV car is great because it's good for the environment. It'll save you money in gas. But you need to charge that car, right? So you could have charging stations at your house, of course, but what if you drive 100 miles? You're stuck. So you have to build like so many charging stations, so much infrastructure that goes into these EVs. That's why China is really popular, because they have a lot of these charging stations in a dense area. But it's certain countries, it'll never happen. They'll never, there's people who can afford EVs in every country, but to build out all the infrastructure where if anybody drives 50 miles or 20 miles, they can charge up, that's expensive. So I can't seem to fix StreamYard on either of my computers. Yeah, that's fine. That's weird. That never happened before. The reverb happens a lot, but then it goes away after a few minutes. So H invests. If you can write what your channel is and what you do, but he has a channel. He was going to join the live stream with me. But yeah, Facebook is killing me. I kick myself, but like, you just don't know. It's easy to always look behind and say, oh, I shouldn't have invested in Facebook. I should have waited. But like, you could say that all the time. You could say, oh, it was overvalued. I mean, say you got it. Say you said it was overvalued. People say a lot of stocks are overvalued. Say they were saying it's overvalued around here, and you eventually bought it, even at 150, right? It would have doubled, more than doubled, and even with the crash, you'd still be up if you did happen to get it early on. unfortunately, if you picked it up here, or like I picked it up like right here because I just recently bought it. But I'm not. I think I might not even be down that much because I bought it in 17, so I'm still up like 20% on half of my Facebook stock, and the other half, the stuff I bought a month ago, is down 40%. So overall, I'm probably down like 10% on all my Facebook. Buy tea before or after the spinoff. It's hard to say. I think the spinoff. Yeah, this week and next week's at noon, the live stream, because my two hosts live in Europe. So 6 p.m. my time was like 3 a.m. their time. So I moved it to noon. Is it better? Is noon better? Barrack and First Majestic. H invests. This doesn't count. Yeah, gold is up a lot, right? It seems like all the gold stocks have been doing really well. It's not up that much. I mean, I guess it's trading at it's trading at like the May 2021 levels. Better for me. I'm in London. Right. So it works out. COMEX registered metals do go drained the paper to physical. They is in 301 range at the moment. So these are the videos I want to do. I'm waiting for Baba just had their financials, right? I'm waiting for the companies to release their financials so I could do these videos. But sometimes they release their financials, but Yahoo Finance doesn't update their site, and it's kind of a headache to not use Yahoo Finance. So CRM, what is CRM? Not Intuit. QuickBooks, right? Is that no? I can't think. What's CRM? Salesforce. So Salesforce, Alibaba, Petrobras, Sibanye, Stillwater. That's a Brazilian oil and gas company. Yeah. No, is it? Yeah, Brazilian oil and gas. Vale, the Brazilian metal company. Rio Tinto, Abcelera. I'm pretty bullish most commodities. I've been bullish for a while, most of the commodities. I think I will be for at least this year, because it seems like there's just so much demand. And especially with conflicts like with Russia, it does lessen the amount of supply, right? Which will probably drive the prices up. Chipotle, I don't know who UGP is. UGP. Yes, some of these I might not get to for a while. Netflix. Hopefully I could get into Netflix sooner. Invesco. 20% of wheat and 20% of Ukraine is is EU breadbasket. My friend Robert was the head of Morgan Stanley's trading desk for a while back. He bought Valet 10 back in December and told me to buy small tranches. Wow. Yeah, it's great. And you get like a massive dividend. That's crazy. He told you not to chase it? You mean like after vodka, chasing it? Not to time it. You don't time anything. You'll win once or twice, and you think, "Oh, I should be timing," but you'll lose. Overall, it's not going to work. Cyberplay. Okay. 3. Okay. That girl's winning a lot. Palantir. I mean, I sold it. I took in my 20% loss, and I just got rid of it. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did jump up. I do see a lot of like potential, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm not too comfortable with it. $11. Savvy. So make sure you email me, Savvy. This is my email. Yeah, Palantir. That's come down a lot. That's down like 80% from its high. Oh, it wasn't that high. It was almost 40. I always thought it was like 60 or something, but it's down like 60% from its high. Yeah, I don't know. That was a bear markets always have massive upswings. The problem with bear markets is it's all tied up into the market. I want to. Maybe I should sell some of my spiders and buy. I can't buy more Facebook. I just have too much exposure to Facebook. Trying to convince people Palantir was. I'd get Palo Alto, but it's so damn expensive. Yeah, Palo Alto Networks. Didn't they go up a lot recently, or down? I saw like 56 billion. Yeah, they're doing well. Why can't Intel go up, right? All these semiconductor companies. Oh, it's not semiconductor. Okay. Software infrastructure. I love Meta. Do you know how many people are addicted to video games? Yeah, I'm pretty confident Meta is going to be massive. But the thing people just don't get is that just say the worst case scenario is the Meta thing doesn't work out. Say I'm not saying Meta overall won't work out, but say Google takes over Meta, like, or Apple. Somebody just controls Meta and it's just amazing, and Facebook can't get any customers from it. Let's just say the worst case scenario is it just doesn't work out for Facebook. They're still making so much money. Like, it just, even with the, even in even in the fourth quarter, they, but this is probably better, right? Even in the fourth quarter, I know they lost a lot from Meta, right? Is this? It's not even any. Wait, I don't. Because I know they spent a few billion on Meta, and they would have had better numbers if it wasn't for all the investment in Meta. But it's still like it's just so much. So even if Meta didn't work out, I'm saying like it's they still have half the world using their platform. Yeah, it's look at this. Their fourth quarter was the highest ever revenue. I mean, it wasn't just a little higher. In just one quarter, they went up about 10%, right, in revenue. But people just fear like if and they didn't even say anything that bad. And correct me if I'm wrong. All they said was that we might not make as much money in 2022 because we're gonna dedicate, $5 billion or whatever they said towards Meta, towards growing the metaverse, and it's possibly our growth may stabilize, and it's not like instead of making 10 billion, they may make 9 billion, or instead of making 11 billion to make, it's just like it's crazy. So but I should just sell some of my other stock, but I just have too much in Meta already. It's my biggest. Well, Berkshire Hathaway is my biggest, but actually Berkshire Hathaway, I bought it in 2017. I bought Berkshire Hathaway and Spiders. I actually moved over from another platform to E-Trade. So I moved it all over in 2017. I sold everything in my old platform. So because I didn't want to I had stuff on E-Trade already, and also I forgot what other website. So I sold everything on the other website in 2017, and then I bought BRK in 2017, and I bought Spiders also in 2017. But just recently, BRK has done better, is higher overall than Spiders. For the longest time, like my Spiders was up like say 60%, and BRK was up 40% overall. But now finally, BRK is higher than Spiders percentage-wise. Well, Meta was always my biggest percentage gainer. It was always over 100% until a couple weeks ago. My Facebook was like 115%, but now it's up, I think, 15%, because of the big drop. Hold Berkshire, hold S&P. I should, I let people get in my head, because they're like, you spend all this time talking about individual companies, but yet you invest in these indexes. I should have just kept my strategy. But I bought Netflix. Yeah, I don't do it too often, but back in when Netflix hit, when Netflix dropped, I picked it up. I bought stuff and picked it up. So I did that, and I was up a good amount, but it's come back down. So I'm probably flat on Netflix. That's something I do. Like if you see my portfolio, my 10,000 subscriber portfolio, it's pretty steady, my portfolio. If I was in my 20s and did the channel, you would see a lot of things going on, like options, a lot of things going on. So, but say in my 20,000 portfolio video, you would see like stock A, B, and C, right? And in my 30,000, you would still see A, B, and C. So you think I didn't do anything different, but in between the 20,000 and 30,000 video, I may have sold half of my A stock. Say that was Spiders A, and I picked up a stock at the cheap, and I sold it before my 30,000 video. So you don't know what happens between. I do make posts to tell you like what I did, like if I made any trades. Inflation region, I feel like any rate sensitive sectors are going to get smoked. PayPal has a lot of insider buying going on. Dark Knight. Hi there, guys. Puts on TSM. TSM. That's a good idea. Did you guys see Foot Locker? Look at this gap. That's crazy, right? Like, whew, like nothing. It was like the world, like nothing, like nothing happened. Like it just kind of like it was like a mystery from one day to another. It just went down. I guess I should do a video on Foot Locker, right? Why did it go down? It went down from the earnings, right? Wait, why did it go down so much? I saw a lot of stories, but I didn't. Shares sink after retailer says 2022 sales will fall as it expects to sell fewer Nike products. Okay. I think this is one thing that confuses a lot of people, and even me sometimes. So if a company, say a company's stock was $100, and then on 12/31, they beat their revenue and earnings numbers for the quarter. So in 4Q21, they beat revenue and earnings. So so you would think the stock would shoot up, right? But yet the stock goes down 30%. You bought it thinking if they beat earnings, I'm going to make a lot of money, and then they beat earnings and it goes down. Why did it go down? Because the two main factors that affect the stock price are earnings and future projections. So if the company says, say in the fourth quarter, say revenue was $1 billion. I don't know. I'm just making up. And they said, we lost a lot of contracts. Or for whatever reason, they say our forecast is for 2022, our quarterly earnings should be about 500 million. So they're projecting less than half of what fourth quarter is. So first quarter, on average, each quarter is going to be at 500 million. So that's why the stock goes down, because when analysts get this information, they update their models like I do when I do the videos, and my future projection numbers will be now a lot lower because the company told us this. But if they're not lower, if they say this, if they say if they say we're projecting 500 million in revenue after we did $1 billion, because now the COVID's, pretend it was a company that really benefited from COVID. And now that COVID's gone and people out of their house, our business won't have much revenue. So now that this is already built in, that their revenue is going down to 500 million in 1Q21. That's why the stock is down 30%. But say they end up doing well. They thought the end of COVID was going to kill them, but now they're actually not doing that bad. Say it was like 800 million. Say it's like, it went down, but it wasn't too bad. Then the stock's going to go like to 120. Does that make sense? So that's pretty much why it moves so much when you beat earnings. It could go down a lot when you beat earnings. It could go up a lot when you beat earnings. Well, when you don't beat earnings, it could go up a lot still, because they're saying we're projecting a blockbuster year. So the thing is, which is I'm still trying to figure out how to do this. So if it's already priced in the 30% drop based off of the lower revenue volume, if you feel that's probably unlikely, they're just trying to be conservative, and they actually do worse than they did they went from 1 billion in the fourth quarter to 800 million in the first quarter. They did 200 million worse, yet the stock is higher than ever. Let's talk about Crocs. Was anybody even listening? I feel like it gets too convoluted when I explain these. I don't even did anybody even get much out of that? BFC. Okay. I don't even know what this is. VF Corporation? 23 billion. It's a low PE. Okay, here's a lesson on PE. A low PE. I'm not going to talk about. Do you know how long this company's been around? Is it they pay a good dividend. Well, really dropped in. Oh, that's COVID. It's gonna. Everything is pretty much back down to where COVID was. So it'll probably come down to. See, pre-COVID, it was really high. Wow. It was 100 pre-COVID, and then it dropped 50%, and then it came back up to 90. And then it dropped. What do you think about overstock? It looks pretty good. It's just crazy, all the movements. Yeah, overstock. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I could see a lot of potential, but 6 PE. So tracer bullets. So I was saying it dropped because the CEO said they don't expect the company to have a good 2022 like it was in 2021. But if they do have a good 2022, it'll get back up to there. But if the CEO is accurate and their sales drop and everything, it's already priced in the drop, right? That's why it dropped. So I probably have to do a little more. But I probably wouldn't buy it. But there is potential because it came down so much. But it may trade sideways for a year or two. You just have to remember that. Selling calls on WTRH. POW. I did a video on POW. Is this a SPAC? No. It's just hard to imagine a company like this becoming really big. I'm not saying it's bad, like their business model, but it's just hard to imagine a company like this becoming like a massive, or at least a 10 billion market cap company. It's just hard to imagine. But this looks like a good stock to swing trade, though, because it's a lot of. It was really low in 2020. Actually, COVID. Too bad we're not psychic, right? Everything dropped in COVID. I mean, this came down to, it looks like it might even hit $1. And then a lot of stocks jumped up. But but we wouldn't have known if we held most stocks. This is doing well, but most stocks that are trading at their pre-COVID levels, so we wouldn't even made any money. So we would have had to get in shortly after COVID and somehow sell sometime in middle 2021, not wait too long, because now everything's just coming back down. Savvy Money Show. Okay, everybody sub to Savvy Money. This is you, right? You need to do more videos. You only have 2 videos? Yeah, sub to Savvy Money. I think this is Savvy Money. Unless it's Savvy Money Show. Oh no, Savvy Money Show. Yeah, everybody sub to Savvy Money Show. What do you do? NFTs, golds, earnings, SpaceX. How to pick up 0.4% of Palantir pre-IPO. Hyliion. I did a Hyliion video. Yeah, that's you. Okay, I'm just gonna do an hour today. I got to do this Yahoo Finance video. I'm going through all the fields on Yahoo Finance because you really don't need to anybody. You can just use Yahoo Finance for free and get more information than you can even look at. Okay, Justin, see ya. Okay, yeah, I'm closed now too. Thanks a lot, everybody. And next Saturday, same thing at noon, and then we'll go back to the 6 p.m. slot. Okay, see everybody later.